Sometimes when we come to therapy or when we come to any kind of relationship, there's these ways that we think we have to be in relationship. We think we have to be perfect. We think we have to have it all together. And none of us do. Even as therapists, we don't have it all together, right? I feel so strongly, both myself and anyone in our team, that we've done our own work, that we've looked at the dark parts of our lives, right? The parts of our histories that are difficult or that are painful too, so that when people come into therapy, they know that they're not talking to someone who's impersonable. They know that they're not talking to someone who can't relate. We're talking human to human. We can really be present with you in a way that I think is really what's healing. Relationships are what's healing. When we can sit in front of somebody with our pain, with the worst parts of ourselves, and instead of those parts being met with criticism, or instead of us being told that we have to change, when those parts of ourselves can be met with understanding and kindness and compassion, then that opens the doorway to us growing into the people that we want to be, not because there's anything wrong with who we are now, but because when we can be met with kindness and understanding, then it allows transformation to happen. All of You Therapy is a group psychotherapy practice that works with kids from as young as about 3 years old all the way through young adults, parents, and families. Our mission and our focus is really to help individuals who've experienced some really significant life challenges. So traumas, abuse, neglect, whether those experiences have happened in adulthood or in their childhood, we work to really help people make sense of their lives and their stories so that people can shift, whether the people are children or whether the individuals that we're working with are adults, that people can shift from what's wrong with me to, wow, I'm actually a pretty remarkable human who survived some really difficult stuff, and I can actually have compassion for the way that I've survived. And if the individuals that we're working with are parents or our caregivers, we see so often parents beating themselves up and being so hard on themselves and saying, oh, I wish I was different as a parent. I wish I could relate to my child differently. And what we really love doing is helping parents and caregivers make sense of their own stories, because as we do that, that's going to help them be able to understand how and why they relate to their child the way they do. And so if we can help strengthen and deepen relationships between parents and children or caregivers and children, then we know that not only can there be healing and growth for the child that can create immense transformation, but that in the process of working with children, when we bring the parents alongside, that the parents can also heal their own inner children. Ultimately, when we heal those parts of our histories, those parts of our stories that hold a lot of pain, and when we can do that with a really compassionate and skilled guide, then that helps us to show up in other parts of our lives with a lot more authenticity, with a lot more connection, with a lot more capacity to be present and to love ourselves deeply. That's really our goal.